Hi there. Welcome to your forecast for 2023. My name is Ann Perry, and I'm happy to share the information with you. So we know that 2023 is a 7 universal year, which you might find as a bit of a welcome relief from the demands of 2022, which was a 6 universal year. So what does that even mean? Well, the universal year is what I call, it's like an umbrella influence, if you will. So regardless of which personal year you happen to be in, you're going to be influenced by the universal vibration. So of the universal year, right? So even if you're in a one personal year, you're going to be influenced by the energy or the vibration of that 7 universal year that's coming in. So 2022 was pretty intense because it added up to a 6, which brought in some really heavy duty domestic focus. Okay, let's get real here. It was a lot of domestic drama. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad to put the drama behind me. So you may have felt smothered by a lot of demands from your family. It was all about feeling a sense of responsibility, a sense of duty to your home, to your family. And the fact that 2022 had 3 number 2s in it, right? 2022 tells us that the energy was asking us to pay particular attention to the relationships within our family unit. Okay, so 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. That's that family obligation, but that the 2s are indicators that it's one-on-one stuff. So I should mention too that the family that we're talking about doesn't have to be your personal family. It can also be your work family as well. So you might have found yourself sort of struggling a little bit with some relationships there. So 2022 was all about them. It was all about feeling like you had to sit on the back burner while ensuring everybody else's needs were met. Well, I'm here to tell you there's a new game in town for 2023. So 2022 may have caused you to feel a little off balance while you devoted most of your energy to nurturing the needs of everyone else but yourself, right? And you kind of come up feeling a little bit short. So in 2023, you might feel like putting up your hands while saying, you know what, guys, back off. I was there for you last year. I am not serving you this year. You are on your own. Okay. So don't be surprised if that happens. This is a year when you might feel like you just want to crawl under a rock, go into a cave, serve yourself better. It's time to figure out what you want rather than filling the needs of everybody else. So the energy of 2023 relates to the quiet energy of the 7. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. So the 7 is going to cause you to feel like being alone a little bit more. So don't mistake this for being depressed or whatever. You may just want to take some time out from your family obligations while exploring your spiritual self. You know, who are you? What do you want? Is this really what you want? Is this the relationship you want? Are you traveling down the right path, or do you need to adjust your direction that you're going in? Are you really making some progress? Or are you feeling kind of stuck? What do you need to do to move forward? What do you need to release? So it'll be asking you to reflect upon the last 6 years that you've gone through. So it's totally natural to want to have a bit of a timeout. Sit in your timeout chair for your your 7 universal year. In fact, it's really necessary to take the back seat to the demands of everybody else. So remember that this energy is only going to come around once in a 9-year cycle. So you want to be sure to embrace the gifts that it's giving you, or you're going to miss it, because each cycle builds upon the next, right? So 2023 is going to cause us to want to go inward, be a little bit more introspective. It's a lot quieter year and a lot slower energy than the previous year. And guess what? You're tired. Give yourself a break. Give yourself permission to take time out. It's asking you to get to the root of what you really want before we transition into 2024, when we're really going to be encouraged to manifest what we've been thinking about in that universal year of 8, about manifestation. So that 7 energy is encouraging you to explore your spiritual self. It's asking you to surrender and trust to something bigger than yourself, and understand that the universe is always supporting you, to show gratitude for everything, even the ugly stuff. So it's imperative that you develop your own spiritual practice that you can follow regularly. This is a year to develop a finer, a clearer relationship with the divine. And if you're not sure how to do that, a bit of a selfless plug here, in my Clarity Seekers community in February, Laura Warren, psychic medium and spiritual teacher, is going to be in my Clarity Seekers community, and she's going to be talking about how to create your own spiritual practice for 2023. How can we make something really simple so that you can follow it and that you'll stay committed to it. So it will really serve you well. So you might want to check that out. It is possible that there may be a lot of religious unrest on the planet in 2023 as everyone's lobbying for their position, all the religious groups. So religious cults might be exposed. I really expect that the Me Too movement is going to be a frequent story in the news as perpetrators are finally revealed and exposed, because the 7 energy is asking us to become more observant, see what really is going on. It brings in the energy of the teacher, but it also brings in the energy of the student. Okay, so you're going to be a teacher and you're going to be a student at the same time. So keep your eyes open. Be on the lookout for a mentor who can help you, because this is going to be a great year to explore various spiritual studies. But a little word of a caution there, you want to tap into your intuition before choosing a mentor, because I feel that 2023 is going to bring in the zealots, okay, to the surface, and we need to be a little bit more discerning. Everybody's going to want to jump on the spirituality train, to sell something or whatever, but only engage with the ones that really feel right to you, rather than the ones that look really shiny, right? You'll see all these Facebook ads, you'll see the YouTube videos, you see a bunch of stuff out there, but just be discerning what feels right to you. You may find yourself feeling like you have no time for superficial relationships this year as well. You're going to be more satisfied with more serious conversations about spirituality and something a little bit more on an intellectual level. So you might remember, you might know that I refer to the number 7 as the head case number. Okay, I should know I am one, right? So this energy is going to cause you to make a lot of decisions based on what you think rather than based on how you feel. So it can cause you to suffer from paralysis by overanalysis, by overthinking everything. So try to make heart-based decisions that you won't be second guessing. Okay, you won't be confused by your decisions. So you're going to need to work a little harder on staying present. This year, you want to honor every moment, sit quietly, listen, meditate, take it all in. Be the observer, read the room, read the people in the room. This is one of the most psychic years you're ever going to experience in a very long time. Your psychic potential is going to be at an all-time high. So it's a great year to foster that, to nurture that, to learn more about that. Next year, in 2024, is going to be a time to talk, to express, to communicate. But this year is quiet. This is a low-lying energy, and it's time to listen. So be mindful of how you feel. Tap into that. Take time out to breathe and to meditate. Your body is speaking volumes to you, but are you actually listening to it? And what is it trying to communicate to you? This is a year which is sort of like a retrograde. Don't go running. What? As it asks us to reflect, review, reconsider, reposition. It's a timeout so that you can get clear on where you want to go to next. So it's a good thing. I want to point out that September is going to be a 16-7 universal month. So this is going to hold some karmic influence, all right? The 16-7 is all about the rise and the fall. So I expect that we're going to see some tumbles in government potentially, and any, high profile celebrities and organizations. So this is going to be a whole lot for the National Enquirer to be writing about. Tabloids are going to have a field day this month, as they just love to highlight people who are crashing and burning, because, the 16-7 influence is all about the crash, the burn, and the learn. So it means that it's related to trust. When we break down the 167, it's a code, right? It's a karmic debt code, which is going to bring in issues around trust. You might be looking at a politician thinking they're all that, and all of a sudden something's exposed and you're like, holy crap, I didn't see that coming. Now what? I thought I could trust this person, and now I'm not sure that I can. That's what the 16-7 does. It's a lot of exposure. Causes the person who's in a 16-7 influence, it causes them to need to tap into something bigger than themselves, to lose the ego influence, right? To be able to just go with the flow, go with the universe, go with what they feel rather than what they think. So a lot of these professionals, organizations, foundations, famous people, that sort of thing, they're going to crash and burn, and we're going to see it. It's going to be all over the news. It's definitely going to be something we're going to see. So just watch out for that in September. So you're probably wondering at this point, how do I even figure out what my personal year is? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it's a very important thing to know. Because remember, 2023 is the umbrella influence over your personal experience of the personal year. So what you're going to do to figure out what your personal year is, first of all, you're going to reduce your month of birth to a single digit. Then you're going to reduce your date of birth to a single digit. And now you're going to add those two numbers, excuse me, to the number 7, and you'll know what your personal year is. So, for example, if you happen to be in a 5 personal year, the 5 personal year is about change, unexpected things, didn't see that coming. It's about expansion. But if you are under the umbrella of the 7 for 2023, as we all will, that 7 is going to cause you to maybe be thinking about the changes more so. Okay, the 7 is the head case number. Remember, the 7 causes us to pause. The 5 says, but I just want to go, right? I just want to do it and have the experience. But the 7 is saying, no, hold tight, think about it first. Okay, so that can be how that affects the 5 energy, just as an example. So I also want to mention that when you are in a personal year that is the same as what the universal year is, you're going to feel it more than most. Okay, so I'm a 7 life path. I'm going into a 7 universal year. I'm going to feel that next year. I'm going to feel the growth around that more so than somebody who's a 2 life path number, right? So if your life path number is the same as the universal year, or the universal year is the same as your personal year, when those numbers are duplicating themselves, you want to know that you're going to feel it more so than a lot of other people are feeling it. Okay, and that's natural. You'll know how to handle it, but it's just a natural energy that happens, but it can be amplified because of the duplication of it. Okay, so if you want to learn more about your personal year, you can visit my website, AnnPerryNumerologist.com /resources, and everything's in there. There's all kinds of good information for you to learn. You can also check out my playlist on YouTube. I have a video on each personal year. What can I expect to know in my 2 personal year or my 3 personal year, that sort of thing. I've got it all laid out for you, so you might want to check that out. So, in summary, 2023 is going to be a time to place a pause on your life. This is not go time, people. This is a time to kind of roll back a little bit and assess your next move. Take stock, reflect upon the last 6 years that you've gone through. If necessary, reconsider the direction that you're going in. Take time out to really examine that. You only have this opportunity once in a 9-year cycle. Make it a good one. Listen, pay attention, look for the clues that the universe is sending you. They're all around you. Develop a solid spiritual practice that's going to be easy for you to follow, easy for you to commit to, and work hard to stay heart-centered so that you aren't making decisions from your head. No good decisions were ever made from your head. They always have to be heartfelt. They're the ones that don't leave you second-guessing your decisions. When you make a decision from your heart, you're confident in your decision. So thanks so much for tuning in. It's been so amazing sharing time with you over 2022. I love seeing you on the channel. I love to see you in my community, on the Facebook page, everywhere. I just love to share time with you, and I'm looking forward to doing more of the same in 2023. I really do hope that 2023 is going to be your best year ever. Choose to make sure that happens. Take care, guys. Love you tons. Bye for now.